Welcome to the Security Guard Show with Shep and Pitt, where we share stories about our experiences in the security industry and provide tips that might help you in your career as a security professional. This show is sponsored by Enterprise Security Consulting and Training Incorporated. And now, let's start the show. Hey, welcome to the Security Guard Show, and I am Shep, and the guy over there is
Pitt.
And we want to welcome you to the late edition
with our soon-to-be worldwide famous logo.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
exactly.
Will be synonymous with safety, protection, security.
All the above.
All the above.
Right, right. Brought to you by Enterprise Security Consulting and Training Incorporated. And we are located at 875 East Main Street, Suite 500, right in the city of Rochester, New York. Downtown Rochester is where you can find us. Pitt, you can't look down, brother.
Sorry.
Folks don't know what you're doing. So let's just tell people what you're doing right now.
I am sending a text to one of our employees to tell her what to wear for
an event
augmentation of Dairy Lake security tomorrow.
Right, right. So we provide supplemental security services for Live Nation worldwide. And tomorrow we will be at Darien Lake, and so that's what we're doing. So this is the late edition. The reason why it's the late edition, and we got some problems going on here. I hope we're not buffering. But anyway, let me see. Okay, now we're right. I think we're right. We're good. But I forgot my thought. It's the late edition because I've been gone all day. If you follow me on Facebook, my Facebook page, you will see that I was down in Trumansburg, New York today, live streaming horse races. That's right outside of Ithaca, between Ithaca and Geneva.
Trumansburg or Transburg?
Trumansburg.
Ever been to Transburg?
Never heard of it.
There's a Transburg.
Tramsburg?
Yeah.
Trams?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
It's got a really good all-you-can-eat pizza place there with a salad buffet.
Oh, wow.
Really good.
So my beautiful wife is sitting next to me. She's off camera. You can't see her, but I'd like to say, honey, I drove past our old spot today. Yeah, it's closed. They sold all the equipment out of there. So our old spot is the Ponderosa on 5 and 20 in Geneva. And
it's gone?
It's no more.
Oh.
The building's still there right now. It's got Ponderosa written on it, but
that hurt.
I saw the stuff go up for auction on, I forget the auction site.
Man, every summer I take a ride out to that Ponderosa.
Oh man,
at least 3 or 4 times.
We miss that Ponderosa. Thanks, COVID.
I think there's still one in Erie.
Erie? Yeah, well, we'll have to see. I used to drive to Erie just to go to Golden Corral back in the day. But now it sounds like we'll have to go for Ponderosa. But anyway, so
I'm down.
Yeah,
whenever.
yeah. All right. So let's talk about some security guard stuff. I mean, this is the late edition, so we didn't really have a topic today.
Well, one of the things I was thinking about as I was riding my bike here is the proper equipment for the job.
Didn't we talk about that?
I like on and off, but never like a dedicated.
I thought we did because we talked about folks who go to the store and get badges, or did we? No, I've talked about that in the past.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've talked about bits and pieces of it.
Right.
No hard case on it.
Right. Okay.
So the necessities: pen, pad of paper, flashlight, vary, but those are the necessities. You never know what you're going to run into, and the police will tell you the worst witness is an eyewitness, because an eyewitness is subject to imparting what they think into what they're relaying to you that they saw. So it's, that's why when people get questioned about something, police ask roundabout questions and other questions to get exactly what they're looking for. So when something happens, you can write down, verbatim what happened. And it's not speculative, it's not you filling in the blanks. You wrote it, it happened, you wrote it down, and now it's sealed in the paper for if you have to recount it to the police or to your supervisor or to your boss or in your DAR, which is daily activity report.
Well, let's deal with that for a second. So you talk about writing and reports. One of the things I always tell security staff, especially those I supervise, I make sure you have a notepad and pen.
Right.
Because like you said, you never know what you're gonna have to write. You just never know. And so make sure those of you who are going to the uniform store to stop by the stationery store and get you a notepad and a working pen.
They might have them there.
Huh?
Yeah, but I think there's some. I mean,
yeah, you're gonna pay.
Expensive.
Yeah, you're gonna pay a little bit more. But there's other places you can go.
I need a nice little pad.
See, I wasn't even gonna say the store name. Here you go.
Oh.
That other place.
That other place.
Those places where they sell those
prescriptions
things
and stuff like that.
Yup, that place, and the place where you can go and buy paper and other office supplies. They have notepads. Yeah, see, they don't. Once we start garnering advertisers, then we will talk about those. Yeah, we'll talk about the advertisers. You know what I'm saying? But you talk about proper equipment. So one of the things we just got in was brand new radios. And I have learned how to program the radios.
You been playing with them?
Have I ever? And so I know how to program different channels. I'm still learning how to program different groups and things like that. But it's important to have good radio communications. Believe me, you would be surprised.
Also to check your radio.
Say again?
To check your radio.
To check your radios, yeah.
People just turn it on.
Just turn it on and they just walk with it.
Not even know if it's working.
Not
Maybe
even,
you
yeah.
pull it off your hip and you need somebody and there's nothing going on because you didn't check your radio.
Right. So like today, we use radios today, right? And so one guy, he couldn't seem to hear what we were saying. He thought something was wrong with the radio. And, I said, well, let me see that. And I said, it helps when you're on the right channel. See, we're all
Knocked it off the wrong channel.
We're all on this channel, and you're on that channel. It seems like sometimes it's people like that, right?
Yeah.
We going one way, you going another, But anyway, also when you start talking about proper equipment, what about footwear?
Yeah. I was
So
going to suggest that too. Footwear.
So we have a site right now where if you don't have the proper footwear, you
could break your ankle.
You could break your ankle, or better yet, you could feel the rocks coming through your the sole of your shoe. And so you want to make sure that you have the proper footwear for whatever the surface material is that you may be walking or standing on. But also, not only that, having the proper footwear can be good for your back. And your knees, they will thank you years from now. So anyone who's watching who doesn't already have those issues, continue doing the right thing so that you don't ever have those issues.
I know we're not supposed to plug anything, but a really good pair of foot equipment are Nike ACGs, the Goldham's ones.
The what?
The Gold. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but there's two different styles of ACGs, and one's called Goldham, Godome, and it's a sneaker boot, so it's a hybrid. Extremely comfortable. You wear it 12 hours. It protects your ankle. It's got stability in it for the place where we were just talking about walking over rocks and stuff like that. And it's got a really good grip. Right.
So make sure you check out. Get the right footwear. What else we talking about when we talk about proper equipment?
On your security registration should always be on you.
It should always be. Well, it depends on what. So there's a couple of schools of thought. I know what the law states. I think I know what the law states. The law states that your security badge is supposed to be visible. when you're working.
Yeah, I don't do the visible.
Yeah,
but I make sure it's always on me.
A lot of folks don't do visible, but it's supposed to be. I don't know who goes around and check those things, but I'm sure there's somebody who does, because I know
they do.
I remember way back in the day at Darien Lake when Metropolitan Entertainment, they were coming. They didn't check to see if we had them visible. They checked to see if we had them, and so make sure you're carrying your security guard, your New York State security guard registration card.
There's a spot here where the police came in to check. The liquor license and the permit, and they also pulled every guard out and asked them if they were registered and asked to see their stuff.
That sounds like they might have been after something.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because usually that's when you see that. Usually police are frustrated with that venue, or there's something going on with that particular.
Sometimes
venue.
they try to send a message like right at the beginning.
Yeah,
especially if you don't have any rapport with them.
Yeah, that too. So what else? We talk about the right equipment. Should security guards have batons?
Should they have batons?
So before you answer, just let me know. Let's just know this. I have this grin on my face, and you know why I got the grin on my face. Okay, go ahead.
So I think there are situations where batons are possibly a help, but you should never have anything without training. Without training,
and also New York State doesn't authorize security guards
to have. I know that part, but
batons. Well, I'm putting it out there because people think anything they can buy in the store is legal.
That's true.
For use on the job. There's no law that says you can't own one, right? I don't think. I'll have to look that up.
No, there's no law that says you can't own one.
I'll have to look that up, but I don't think they're like an asp or something like that.
Yeah,
but you can't carry it in within the processes of your job function, right? And just like now, PR-24s you can't have.
That's the L-shaped thing.
Yeah. That's the law enforcement baton. But you have people who go out and they buy these things, and
those of you should just know that it is illegal.
So let's go deeper on the proper equipment. Let's say improper equipment now. What about folks who go out and buy full tactical gear? And that's what they wear. So they got the vest, they got the web gear, they have the tactical pants, they got they look like they're going to Beirut or Afghanistan.
I mean, some people have a fear of the world.
Well, then guess what? There's I say this because we talk about proper equipment, okay? And again, there's stuff that's legal for you to possess. There's stuff that's legal for you to wear, right? But that doesn't mean that you need to wear it, right? So I'll give you this example. And I think I've talked about this one time before. Again, I'm going to use Darien Lake. So we go to Darien Lake, and are you in pain, brother?
Yeah, my PT girl.
She twisted you up, huh?
We got at it
yeah.
today.
So we go to Darien Lake. Two brothers come with us, and we're only going to support these mini concerts that were going on within the park. This wasn't even in the amphitheater, right?
Okay.
And it's just like a regular gig. This ain't nothing where you have to, you got to have big flashlight or handcuffs. You don't need none of that. This is just stand by the stage, make sure everybody's safe, and the performance goes okay. That's all it was. These brothers showed up. They had the pistol belt, they had canteens, they had their pants bloused into their boots as though I'm telling you, these dudes looked like they were getting ready to go to war. And I looked at them. I said, brothers, y'all do realize we only going to work concerts.
When you say canteen, you mean like
what you a water canteen? I'm telling you, you think these dudes was going? You think they were going into combat
To work somewhere in Chicago?
to work somewhere where there was going to be battlefield stuff, right? So I said to the brothers, I said, well, y'all do realize we just go and work a concert. Yeah, but you can never be too careful. Oh, okay. I think what people don't realize is the way you look sends a message.
Yeah, well, I mean, you always have to be aware of your body language.
Not just
body language is
not just body language.
Well,
so this was a situation where, it's kids. You got a few adults, right? But it's kids, and I mean nothing rowdy. I promise you, it wasn't anything rowdy. And this was something WBLK sponsored over there from out of Buffalo, and I mean it was a nice event, but you
just don't have an understanding of what security is.
Well, you're right, and so it's like, can you? It's like before you go into something, you should probably gauge what's needed. Granted.
So you have the proper.
Right. Granted, these guys hadn't ever been there before to do this. But if I'm telling you right now that this ain't that, then it should be easy for you to realize, okay, I don't need to have all of this gear. But they didn't seem to get it.
No. I mean, I'd bring it with me. And
it was 85 degrees.
Oh, that's...
So it was hot. I'm just saying. It was just a long day. I'm gonna go deeper with proper equipment. So I got a friend who's armed, and this wasn't even a security situation. But those of us who are in the security industry, we're always very security conscious. Right? My brother had 3 guns and 100 rounds of ammunition.
100 rounds?
100 rounds of ammunition.
On his person.
On his person. You remember "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker"?
Yeah.
Remember when dude had all the when Isaac Hayes had all the guns and he slipped and fell?
Being uncomfortable.
Listen, he had like 3 or 4 speed loaders. This was for his wheel gun, right? He had like a 38 stub dose, something like that. And then he had a pouch with a bunch of rounds in it on his hook to his belt. I mean, and I'm telling you, and he had a pistol in his back, a pistol in his ankle, and a pistol. I think he had another pistol around his neck. He had a 32 automatic around his neck. So I'm like, bruh, where you going? No, we were going to Buffalo to party.
Wow, that's funny. Where do you think he was getting in strapped like that?
So, this individual has been in gun battles before, so ain't no telling. Oh. But I'm like, bruh, you do realize we just going to party, right?
So he's been affected by his environment.
But sometimes you create the environment, and I get it. But making sure you have the proper equipment.
I know what you're talking about, by the way.
Making sure you have the proper equipment is what's up. Listen, this is the Security Guard Show. We are here every Tuesday night, normally at 7:00 p.m. unless there's something going on in which we have to take care of or see about. But we're normally here every Tuesday night at 7:00 p.m. The Security Guard Show. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you like us and subscribe to our page on Facebook. And hey, if you got any comments, go ahead, throw them in the comments bar, either on my page or on the ESCT page. And Alfreda Jackson, thank you for watching. She's been watching for a little bit now.
Hello, Alfreda.
But the Security Guard Show is brought to you by Enterprise Security Consulting and Training Incorporated, of which we all work for. And we provide security patrol services, investigation services, and training services. So, oh, and consulting services. So make sure you hit us up at our website, www.esctroc.com. We are also hiring for per diem security guards and event staff. So again, check us out, and you can find us on Indeed.com. We do have a couple of jobs posted there. Make sure you check us out. Again, our website.
We also do all types of training.
We do all types of training. Again, our website is www.esctroc.com. When we talk about all types of training, we're talking about first aid, CPR, AED. Excuse me. We are Red Cross certified to teach those courses. We teach leadership. We teach pepper spray, handcuffing. There's a number of stuff that we have in our repertoire. And we're getting ready to do something in the very near future with instructors. So we just stay tuned for that. That's going to be an invitation only, but stay tuned. You'll know when we're doing what we're doing. Go ahead.
I was actually thinking about putting together a self-defense class.
A self-defense class.
Yeah.
Who would teach it? I know who I'd like to teach a self-defense class.
Who?
Lucky.
Yeah, or I was thinking me and my son.
Oh, yeah. But we have a lot of great things happening here at Enterprise Security Consulting and Training, and we welcome you to join our little family here. And again, we're hiring good people, people who want to work, not lazy. No fakers.
If you have to question your own work ethic, you don't need to be here.
Exactly. So, I'm trying to think. There was something else I wanted to hit on, but because we were talking about proper equipment. Don't get me stuck on the badges though, because don't leave them badges alone.
So for those of you who have a little pouch on, a really good belt is part of proper equipment. Because once it gets uncomfortable,
I don't think they can't really. No, they can't see what
they can't see but
what you're doing.
Those who have it know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So one of the best things they make is they make a Velcro belt, and you Velcro the belt. It's thick leather, so there's no buckle.
I've seen that.
Oh, those are so amazing.
I think I'm gonna have to get one.
They fit perfect, and there's no pressure. Like, once you get up there, the pressure on your stomach, there's none of that. It's just nice and smooth. I love that thing.
But those things are expensive though.
They are. Yeah. I mean, but pay for comfort.
You know what though? I think I need one. My issue is that I've lost weight, and so I'm walking around, and I have to keep pulling up my pants because my belt is, I got to put another hole in it.
So you're saying you're kind of sagging?
Man, I'm trying not to. I think sagging is the worst thing in the world. Honestly.
Don't even get me started.
Right. But it's like I'm losing weight, which I'm not complaining, but I'm trying to lose weight on purpose, and I'm not sick or anything. But I'm losing weight on purpose, and so trying to get myself healthy. I want to be fit, and so when we were at Darien a couple of weeks ago, I'm walking around through the crowd, and I had to keep pulling up my pants. I'm like, this is just getting old. So yeah, I got to get a good belt. I got to get definitely a good belt. If it's not that one, it's got to be a good belt.
A lot of times you can find them. I got mine at United Uniform.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about United Uniform. Go check out Manny at United Uniform. That's our boy. That's our guy. Manny's a good dude, so check him out. United Uniform on Scottsville.
Yeah, almost everything you need for this job.
Almost everything. If he don't have it, he will find a way to order it.
That's true.
And tell him we sent you. We spent a lot of time and money in United Uniform over the years.
Yeah.
Over the years.
Yes.
Yeah. We were regulars. We were regulars. But I do want to, just for a moment, continue to talk about some of the things that we have going on. So we have a training. We have a 8-hour pre-assignment course coming up on September 11th at 9:00 a.m. Yeah, 9/11. I ain't mad at it though. It's good. It works out. So September 11th. If you know anyone who wants to be trained as a security guard, they can come get that 8-hour initial training with us on September 11th at 9:00 a.m. And We got some other things coming up. Hey, this weekend is the Rock Summer Soul Fest at Frontier Field.
Yes, it is. What
And
time does it start?
the concert starts at 5 o'clock, but the gates open up at 4 or 4:30, and so we will be there. Not in the security guard capacity. We will be there in the security business capacity, right? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll be enjoying ourselves with some of our clients and our friends, and I'm looking forward to that on this coming Saturday. I mean, what else you got going on, Pitt? You got to think about it.
Besides that, work,
and
more work.
And more work. Wait a minute, though.
It'd be good to dress up, though.
School starts real soon.
School starts the 8th, I believe.
And
right now we're in our training.
You're in your training. Yeah. What kind of training y'all doing this year?
A lot of the training actually is comically centered towards de-escalation, since they took the police officers out of the building.
Yeah.
They took the police officers out of the building and increased the security.
Yeah, well, so let me just chat about that for a moment. I know you can't get specific, but you were already doing de-escalation.
Right.
Because the police officers, in many cases, so let me go back to my experience. In many cases, the police officers weren't there to de-escalate a situation.
Nope.
Or by the time they arrived, we had already de-escalated. So it's not like police officers respond to what's going on in the school specifically. I do know one officer specifically who would, if he heard it on the radio, he would come out and he would come to help. Shout out to Moses Robinson. Moses is that guy who would go out and de-escalate a situation, but in many instances, Carlos Alvarado too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He would be out there to de-escalate a situation, but many times it's the school safety officers and the other school staff whose specific responsibility it was to de-escalate. And so I know the district has, at least this school district, has been doing de-escalation for a number of years, even long before I left the first time. And but I think part of the issue is, there's a couple of issues. One being that times have evolved to where many of these things spiral out of control very quickly. Not that it didn't before, but
you're talking about in the school?
Yeah, in schools, because the proliferation of social media and all these things. So kids kind of come to school
sometimes with the
intention to fight or confront somebody because this has gone on in the community or whatever. Prior to social media, it was like we meet up at the school and we have a problem at school, and that's when we deal with it. That's not to say that things didn't happen in the community and it spilled over into the school, but social media has really changed the dynamic. The other thing is that I think this district in particular, that I because I know of it, has gone through different leaders. Several leadership changes, and that's well documented, right? And each leader comes with their own vision for how things should be.
Yeah.
And so whatever the program that was in place the year before they got there, they've changed because they want to do their thing. They want to implement their thing, right? They want to put their spin on it. And because you've had such turnover, the de-escalation techniques have changed, but or I should say the de-escalation programs have changed, because honestly, de-escalation, when you look at all the non-physical interventions, they're pretty much all the same.
Yeah,
knowing the steps that lead to crisis, right, and then knowing how to de-escalate that crisis. And so when you talk about TCI, CPI, right response, protect, respect, protect, whatever it's called, all these different programs, they're pretty much the same. TCI, did I mention TCI? They're pretty much all the same. Now, some of the physical interventions and things like that, some of those are different. Even with Skip R, some of those are different. But I'm hard pressed when you say that you guys are training on de-escalation because there's no more SSOs. One of the things SROs. I'm sorry. One of the things people have to remember that SROs came into the district around 1997, 98. Before that, school sentries were taking care of it, were handling the business. That's not to say that there wasn't a place for SROs. Now, personally, this is just my personal opinion. I didn't agree with the SRO program because I knew how things worked at the two schools I worked at and the relationship and things, how we did things. But actually, yeah, it was 1990, 97, I think, when the SROs came in. But I just know that you guys, some of you have the aptitude to handle a lot of these situations, and maybe we'll see what happens down the road. University of Rochester fought for years to get peace officer status, and they finally got it, which I don't know if I particularly agree with that, because I know a couple of people in that department, and did I say that?
You implied it. You implied.
So I'm just thinking about that kind of stuff. We are almost at our time. We're actually over our time. We're 2 minutes over. Time flies when you're having fun. But this is the late edition of the Security Guard Show. Pitt, you got some last words?
Be safe, everybody.
Pitt says, be safe. I'll say, be blessed. And I'm going to look at my wife and say, hi, honey. And listen, you all take care. Till the next time. Next Tuesday, we'll be here. We should be on at 7 o'clock. All right? Because I don't think there's anything on the schedule. So take care. Be blessed.